Hey, good evening, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Book of War. And Dan, I hope you'll bear with me tonight, because as you can tell when you walked in, things are a little nuts around here and I'm a little spastic tonight. So
there's
hopefully
Collins in here.
Hopefully I won't just like throw random stuff off the table tonight. But I'm really glad you're here.
Pleasure to be here as always.
I haven't had. How are you doing? How are you doing this week?
Good. You know, busy. Work's busy right now. Yeah. Went to a conference, things of that nature. Going down to Washington D.C. this weekend for pleasure.
Cool.
So yeah, busy but good. How about you?
Awesome.
Yeah,
pretty good actually. Pretty good. Yeah, doing a lot of gaming stuff and wandering DM stuff at the moment. So getting a little more exercise than I normally do, which is good. Hanging out on the roof overnight, getting a little cool breeze.
There you go.
While I work overnight, so that's very much appreciated. And if you and Backwius, thanks for checking in on our streams. That's good to see that, as always. And if you're new to the stream, you're wondering what Book of War is. Book of War is our lightweight, easy-to-learn, fast-paced war game that's based on classic D&D, and we've been playing it for over a decade. And I'm always running billions of computer simulations. I just did that today, again, to answer a couple of detailed questions to make sure that the game is balanced and fairly recreates classic D&D, like first edition or original D&D or stuff like that. And if you want, you can learn more at oedgames.com. And that is the game. So let me throw up the link right there. Great. And as we go through what armies we have tonight, you can go to oedgames.com streaming and see the point values we're currently playing with and double check that we got things right. So building on last time, I don't remember who won last time. Who won last time, Dan?
I remember. 3. So what? A few more than 3.
Yeah. So Dan won last time, and he played super well. And so building on last time, we set forth a challenge of one side with an army with normal men, and the other side with an army of normal monsters.
Yes, that's right.
Last time you had gnolls and
lots
ogres,
of ogres,
a bunch of mass monsters like that.
Yeah.
So to build on that, partly at the request of our viewer Backwius, and I'm glad he's here tonight, we were going to do one where one side, namely me, has all normal men, and the other side, namely Dan, Gamma Dan, can use literally anything, including solos or magicians or whatever. So that's what we're doing. So let's cut to the chase, and Dan, tell us what you have decided to bring under that metric.
All right. So I brought a lot of high-value units, figures, I should say. So first here we have a 12th level wizard, I believe, Alnesta Red the Fickle.
Oh, great.
And we have a green dragon, Rogoff the Perspicacious. Is that a word?
I love it. It totally is.
All right. And
98% sure it is.
Then we have here 10 Frost Giants. And then in total, 60 ogres.
Yep.
Then we have just kind of some light human support, with 50 crossbow, heavy crossbow, and 50 light horse.
Got it.
And there we are.
So your super high level solo figures are the wizard and the dragon.
That's right.
All the other figures are mass units. So one figure of Frost Giants is really 10 Frost Giants in D&D, and so on and so forth.
Exactly.
You've been liking the ogres lately.
Yeah, you know what it is though. Last time I had a pretty good game, but I didn't really feel like I got my money's worth out of the ogres.
Okay. All right. Okay.
I felt like of all the units, the ogres had unrealized potential, and so I really doubled down on ogres this time.
Cool.
Yeah.
So the fact that Dan likes ogres so much, I went and bought more ogre miniatures because he routinely depletes me.
He didn't even tell me this, and
yeah.
I chose exactly the number that he has of new ones. So I have this nice uniform, horde of ogres.
Yeah, I'm super glad. I did just coincidentally buy as many figures, and I think that they're from a Wizards of the Coast line 10 plus years ago. I think they might possibly be like a variety of ogres from the Magic the Gathering world. I think they're called Gruul ogres, which I think is a Magic the Gathering thing. I could be wrong. Someone feel free to correct me, but that's what Dan has for figures there. So one thing. If you're not a patron of Wandering DMs yet, go to patreon.com/wanderingdms and queue up for our $1 tier or whatever you're good with, and you can get on our Discord server where we always have continuing conversations. And in particular, I don't know if you've noticed this, Dan, the really hot topic in the last 24 hours on our Discord server has been the loadout for Light Horse.
I saw this.
Do you have an opinion about that?
Well, I have to say, I think I got a little lost in this. I'm revealing my ignorance of OED rules, possibly. You guys are talking a lot about the weight of horses.
Yeah.
And is it that because the formula for loadout is based on the weight of the horse?
Yeah, that's a me thing. So anytime I research this, it seems universally accepted that the amount that you want for burden on your horse is 20% their own body weight. And I see that over and over and over and over and over again. So I'm picking that as the light load where they can move at full movement.
Right.
And it's vaguely, approximately the same as what you get in original D&D or AD&D. Okay. So that's my starting point is what's the weight of the horse.
Neat.
Because then you can compute what their light load is.
Very cool.
And then it's a long time issue with D&D that the gear is a little bit heavier in the rules than it is in real life.
Yeah.
And frequently, like in classic D&D, you put like an armed knight on a heavy horse, and they weigh too much.
Yeah.
Right. And it's actually beyond the capacity of the horse in D&D to hold it. So we're kind of looking for what's the easiest resolution to kind of clean that up. Mm-hmm. And in OED, our current problem is the light horse, as our viewer Cars pointed out. So we're debating whether we've got the weight or the strength or the weight of the gear correct.
Yeah.
We're really close. We're so close.
D&D offers so many of these fun scale puzzles.
Right. And we have wound up researching, we've wound up looking at academic articles for what's the average weight of Swiss men in the Middle Ages.
Nice.
Right? And I've been looking at the Met Museum online for examples of weights of saddles and shields and swords. And we've been debating what breed of horse should represent our light horse, a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
So my point is, in honor of that, tonight I picked an army that's mostly all light horse.
All right.
Because it's on my mind. So what I did was, and I actually think this is a reasonable thing to do against an army with solos, is I took 30 light pikemen, because I've also been reading Charles Aman's Art of War and reading his section on the Swiss pikes last night. And then I took 17 figures for 170 light horse.
Nice.
Which is all this stuff. And then I took 15 figures for 150 horse archers. So I'm going to have 3 blocks of light horse, 3 blocks of horse archers, and 3 blocks of pikes tonight.
All right, let's hope it rains.
Light.
Yeah.
All light armor.
Yes.
So all my armor is 4.
Wow.
And all my speeds are very high. 12 inches, 24 inches, 24 inches.
Yes.
So keep that in mind.
Yeah.
And they all have double attacks in the open. And they all get lost on any other type of terrain.
So you really have a lot riding on the terrain and weather here.
No pun intended.
Very good, very good.
I kind of do. I'm kind of taking a gamble, but I think once again I'm going to try to make it difficult for you here tonight.
Yeah, no doubt.
So this is the best thing and obviously I have a fairly large number of units, so this is the best thing I could think to do tonight. So
and they all get 2 attacks at least under some circumstances.
Yeah.
Yep. Very good. Very good.
Yep. So there's that. So an insightful green dragon is what you have over there.
Good.
And Baquius is reporting in on the Discord discussion that it is a furious debate and we are close to blows.
Uh-oh.
So if you're not on Discord, maybe feel free to engage in that or help us out about how we should be measuring the weight for our light horse.
Well, yeah, and not to prolong this conversation too long, but I would say that my only experience with OD&D movement rates for horses is via delving deeper, which I understand from cars.
Okay.
Cars apparently compared them, and I think there's only like one difference. Anyway, they all seem a little high to me. Now,
the move rates or the weights?
Well, the move rates, but that's because I do it the BX way, where I divide by or I double them essentially.
Yeah.
So do you double them, or do you just?
You're talking long range movement outdoors?
Yeah.
I do.
Okay. You double them. Okay.
I do.
All right. So to me they seem
to take the move in inches to miles per day, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you just double the inches, and that's the miles per day.
Yeah.
Okay. They seemed slightly high to me compared to BX.
Gotcha.
And so I don't mean like bad, but I just noticed they're like a little higher than I would have thought.
Higher move rates.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we commonly brush up against this, and when we look at it, we regularly get convinced that those are reasonable move rates.
Yeah.
And so, for example, like all my horses here in Classic D&D have a move of 24 inches. So if you double that, like you're saying, that means 48 miles per day.
Yes.
And we ran into a quote about Robert the Bruce's forces in Scotland, that he had them on light Irish horses called hobby horses for what it's called.
Right.
And supposedly he was regularly moving them 60, 70 miles a day.
Yeah.
As a big force.
So what is a day? 8 hours?
Good question. 8 or 10 depends on what you look at.
Okay.
Could be 8 hours. Could be 10 hours.
All right.
Yeah. That's a factor you can take into account.
That's good. Yeah. Very good.
Cool.
Fine.
So great. So anyway, I wanted to kind of focus on light horse tonight, and that's partly why. So thanks for discussion there. I guess that's it. So I got this stuff. Now you have a couple more special abilities. I'm just going to remind myself.
Yes.
So you have light horse, not as much as I do.
Just a few, yeah.
Where you have heavy crossbows that are armor 5.
Yes.
That our viewer Julian always loves. Yep. You've got the ogres that are health 4.
Yeah.
So your health, I got to hit them 4 times to knock one over.
Armor 5.
Armor 5. You got the damage increment. So if you hit twice, it's worth 3 points of damage.
Right.
+1 to hit.
Yes.
Because they're so high level. The frost giants are health 11?
10. 10.
So you're gonna have +3 to hit.
Yes.
And I got to tag them 10 times to put them down. And you can throw stones 20 inches.
That is correct.
Right. Which is just going to be one single die, but if you hit it, does 2 damage.
Yeah.
And okay, then you got the green dragon. Okay, I'm going to get the flying template out so it can fly.
Oh yeah, good idea.
It's got fear.
I love the fear.
Which I got to take into account. It's got the breath weapon, obviously.
For sure.
That can knock off what I've currently got. You can knock off 2 footmen or 1 figure of horse with it, basically automatically.
Nice.
When you're in contact. And then you've got your 12th level wizard who's got a wand of, what's it going to be tonight, lightning or fireballs?
Yeah. I think it's going to be lightning.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And you're going to have 1 D&D 6th level spell, which I don't know what it is.
Right.
But you've already picked it up.
I have picked it, yes.
Okay. Great. And he can start the game invisible anywhere on the board if you want. There's an option. And both your dragon and the wizard can detect any hidden stuff. Not that I have any hidden stuff. And what's the other thing? And they're immune to missiles.
Yes.
And the tweak that, I actually had something out of sync in 2 documents. So to clarify, if you, at your option, embed the wizard in one of your human mass troops, they're immune to missiles, and they're also immune to melee while they're embedded.
And that's for any embedded single figure, right?
Correct.
Yes.
Any embedded solo figure
is immune to melee.
Correct. So I think mathematically that makes sense.
Yeah.
We're testing it out. If you hate that, tell us. But that is actually what I had in the document for some time, and I think I overlooked it on prior games. So that's what's going to happen tonight. So if you embed your wizard, I have to eliminate the force around it before I can hit the wizard.
Unless, I assume, it's single on single.
Correct.
Yeah, solo
Correct.
on solo.
Correct.
Okay.
Which I don't have tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's exactly.
Yeah.
If I came at you with a solo, then I could.
They
bust
are drawn
through.
to each other, right? That's in chainmail.
Exactly.
Right?
That's in chainmail, and it's in original D&D, and it's in Swords and Spells, and it's also in Battle System.
Firm.
So that's clearly an idiomatic D&D thing, which makes sense. Okay, let us, again, look at odgames.com for more information, but let's get things started. How about we roll for initiative and see who forces the other one to set up.
Hey!
All right.
So what do you do in D&D when this happens?
I re-roll.
Okay, let's
That's
do
what
it.
I do.
Ah.
Okay. Do you want me to set up first?
Yes, please.
Great. So I'm going to start with terrain. As always, here is our terrain table. So I'm going to go me, you, and then me at the end.
Yeah.
So we'll have a total of 7 of these rolls. First one is 9, which is woods. Okay.
Ah. Okay,
That's it.
All right. Nada.
6 is nothing.
You like that?
I do. As you know, this is my second roll, which is 9, which is more woods. Okay, I know what I'm going to do here.
All right.
Yep.
Contiguous. I like
Yep.
that. And
This is working out really well for Delta right at the moment. This is kind of exactly what I wanted. So here's my third roll, which is 5, which is a hill. I guess I'm going to put that right here. So this is your last roll.
All right.
And you got nothing again.
Oh, no. I don't like the way
Did
this
you
is
just go
going.
3 times and
Yes.
get no terrain
yes,
whatsoever?
Yes.
Here's my last roll. So I'm placing all the terrain.
Yeah.
And my last roll is 7, which is nothing. That's amazing.
You're loving this.
That couldn't be more perfect. I was wondering, I was reading the Charles Oman book, and I was wondering, are we ever gonna? Technically it's possible to have a fight with no terrain. I'm wondering if that would ever happen. It's pretty close.
Yeah, it's close to it.
Pretty close. Fascinating. Let's roll for weather, and then I'll actually do my setup. How about you roll that blue guy there? Okay, 4 is cloudy.
No effect.
So I got the cloudy icon on the top right there, in case we forget. All right. Okay, now I almost want to just do this. We also clarified a rule for the benefit of the viewers. We clarified a rule that if you're at an elevated position like this hill, you can shoot over your forces at no penalty, and you can also take shots at no penalty. Dan and I discussed that this week offline. All right. Do this. Is this part? Do this. And there's, you may possibly hear Yowie, who again wants to be with us. horse archers. The other thing that happened tonight is I took so many horses that I depleted every single horse miniature in the house. So I'm making some replacements here tonight with heavy types, and I took wolf riders. And I even went down to the local dollar store and tried to get more toy soldiers, but they didn't have any riders.
Oh.
So, so that's how many horse figures I needed tonight.
Oh.
Here. Here. Is that how I want them set up? I guess that's how I want them set up. All right, that's how I'm going to do that. So I have a whole bunch of pikes down the center, followed by horse archers and then light horse. And then on each flank, I've got a unit of horse archers followed by light horse. So that's how I'm going to roll with that.
All right, that makes sense.
Yeah, so feel free to
Go ahead and
set
up. Okay.
in response to that.
Yeah. All right.
For what it's worth, I find that New York dollar stores tend to have a small toy section, and they tend to have a couple bags of some kind of toy soldier, and then they also have some bags of plastic animal toys, like farm animals and stuff. And I would recommend, if they could possibly stock riders on horses, that would be a smart stocking decision on their part.
All right. Yeah, this is me.
Okay, great. So you've got some kind of mundane unit up front.
Mm-hmm.
Now, okay? So let me argue rules with you. Don't you need 3 ogres at a time?
Oh, do I?
Yeah, I think you need at least 3
right.
ogres together.
Okay, yeah,
right?
no problem. So I can make this.
Yeah.
I can just make it 2 units of 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, that works.
Sorry about that.
No, you're right. I was like, oh, they're so expensive. Surely.
Right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
And you got your wizard way over here.
Yes.
Great. Not embedded.
Not embedded.
Not taking advantage of the immune to melee.
Well, the only place I could embed. Oh, I can embed it with the ogres. That's true. Yeah.
You actually. Interesting.
Yeah. What is the deal on that?
I don't think you're supposed to. I think the deal is you're supposed to embed them with figures of the same size.
So I think that would be only the crossbow.
You're allowed to do it with the riders, and they would assume to have a horse.
I see.
Yeah, you'd get a horse for free if you did that at your option.
I see.
But you'd still have to move with them.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Remember, you in order to cast spells, you've got to be motionless on that turn.
Right. Yeah. I think I'm good.
Yeah. Okay. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Okay. Great. Here you go.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah. Hey, Kamikaze Mark. See, at some point I want to do like a short video, because occasionally people ask, like, how do I get miniatures to play a game like this? And that's like my number one recommendation is exactly those. Just get a bag of cheap toy soldiers. Great. So we are starting the game. Let me announce that. Like so. And Yali's pitching in too, which is good. Okay, so my first moves are going to be the pikes go as far as they possibly can. And everybody keeps pace with them.
Okay.
Everybody keeps pace. However far forward the lead pike goes, that's how far everybody goes.
Yep, because everybody else is either as fast or faster.
Yep, exactly. So it costs 2, 4 to get to the top. That means I can actually go 8 inches with these guys. Move 12. So I'm going to come just off the edge of the hill.
Okay.
I guess I'll just place it right there.
Yep.
And these guys follow up behind. Can I do this? Yeah. So these guys are on the first tier. All right. And I don't have any attacks. That's my turn.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. I think what I'm gonna do, if I can, I have a range of, let me see.
Check out my here.
I'm gonna move, I think, all of these forward, like maximum movement, which is different, of course.
Yeah.
And I think I will fly. I think I will fly 12 inches forward and 12 inches up.
Okay,
Is
great.
that possible?
Yeah.
You can do 1 for 1 like that?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so it'd be up 12 inches high.
I think our current fly rules is you can actually the movement up is for free.
Okay.
So if you wanted to, you go forward 24 and go up 12.
Oh, okay.
I think is what we did. Where's the flight rules? Solo flight rules. You can climb or dive half forward. This does not count against your move value.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So going forward 12 and going up 12 is fine. You go forward
Okay.
24 and up 12.
All right, maybe I'll do that then. I'll go 24 and up 12.
Okay. That's going to be quite a ways, right?
Well, let me think just one last minute. I don't really particularly. I think I'll do the 12 and 12. I'm gonna stick with
Okay.
that.
Yeah. Okay. Great.
Yeah. All right, let's start. These guys can go 24, right?
Yes. Wow.
These, I think the wizard's 12, right?
Correct.
And then these fellows are 9. So 12 is like here.
Right.
And then I'll put this to indicate up 12. And I said that these were going to just stand.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's it. Do you have? That's all your movement.
Yeah.
Do you have any attacks?
No.
Okay. Let's see. So my turn. So So my composite bows on my horse archers have range 18 inches, I'm thinking. And 18. I can't shoot your wizard because you've got a protection from missiles spell going on. It's just by assumption all the time now.
Mm-hmm. I'm still invisible, right? I haven't attacked.
Okay, so so I apologize if this wasn't clear. So the like the hide in woods.
Yeah.
Oh. So if you're going to take advantage of that,
you have to do that.
You keep them off the table.
Yeah. Okay.
And then you make them visible once they start moving.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
No problem. Mm-hmm.
Just for logistical
reasons. Yeah.
Is it okay? Do you want to make a
fine.
move back based on that?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm fine.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
Cannot shoot your wizard. Your dragon is 12 inches over those woods. Okay. I'm going to try. Does this make sense? This can't possibly work. Can this work? Okay. These horse archers here are going to try to charge your wizard.
Oh.
So I'm going to attempt. I don't know. I'm going to attempt to do an S curve like this. Mm-hmm. And touch your wizard. Okay. Right. And if so, I'm going to get 1 figures of attacks on it. Okay. Which would be great. I may come up short. Mm-hmm. When these guys get out of the way, these light horse are going to charge your light horse. Okay. These pikes are going to try to wheel into the side. Okay. Get them in the side. These horse archers are going to go half in an attempt to shoot your dragon. Okay. So they're going to go half. They're going to 12 inches. These guys will just follow behind them. Okay. And then these guys will go as much as they possibly can. Mm-hmm. Right, so these pikes try to go up the middle. These horse archers will take the top of the hill. And then these light horse will wheel to that side. Yeah. Does that make sense? No, they're going to wheel to this side. Okay. They're going to come around to this side and come up behind these guys. Got it. Okay. So, question number 1, can I get these horse archers to actually ride down your wizard? All right. So measuring from the outside. Yeah. You can catch me if I do something wrong. So this is 6 inches here. Okay. To there. Mm-hmm. Okay, and then I'll go another 6 inches, so it's 12. This isn't going to work, is it? So this is, I'm at 16. Okay. Not even close. This is 20. Mm-hmm. And then I have another 4 inches. Okay. Oh, geez, I didn't. I mean, maybe if I'd had them in column formation. Right. Maybe having them wide like this is screwing me up. That's among the wrongest range estimates that I've ever had.
Thank goodness.
So that means that clearly these pikes don't even have room to get the side, so that scrambled that up. But these light horse are clearly in range. So yes, this obviously happens. So this kind of gums up my whole center thing. So I'll move these pikes 5 And then I'm at 8. I'm at 10. And I guess I'm stuck there. So I wanted these pikes to come down as much as they could. Will you let me veer these a little bit that way to get to not run into everybody?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's 12 inches here. Right. This I have to pay 2 to get over here, so I can go 10 to here. These horse archers can come up here. And then I'm paying these light horse here. I'm paying to wheel over here. This costs like this is about 5. This costs 5. I'm at 8. I'm at 11. I'm at 17. It's 20, 24.
Okay.
And these guys, I said I was going to push half towards the dragon.
Mm-hmm.
So there's 12 inches. I think I'm misestimating this too. And these guys can fall up like this.
Okay.
So taking the center. If I was playing chess, I'd feel pretty good about this. So I'm taking the center, and I'm going to melee here. These guys move full, so they can't shoot. I'm going to try to shoot your dragon.
Yeah.
Which is in sight flying over those woods there. Let me measure that.
Okay.
Right? And our hopefully simple rule is I'm going to measure on the table. We're going to take the altitude of 12, take the greater, add half of the lesser.
Okay.
Which is sort of a simplified Pythagorean thing. So the actual distance on the table is 13.
Yeah.
So I'll take 13, I'll add half of the 12, which is 6, and it comes out to be 19 inches,
Which is long.
which is 1 inch longer than my range.
Oh,
And I
you have
can't
the
shoot
18
you.
range. That's right. Yeah. Okay. Well, thank goodness for that.
And you know what? Actually, once I always make this mistake. Even if it was long range, I couldn't hit you because your armor's 6,
Right.
right?
You got to be short.
I got to be short range to hit that dragon.
Yeah.
So that's at least 2 mistakes I guess I just made with the ranging.
Thank goodness.
Yeah. Let's do that, but I do get these melee attacks here. I got 5 figures of horse in the open, so I'm going to get 10 dice. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Can I get those 2 red dice?
Oh, yes, sir.
And your armor's 4.
Which one? Light horse? Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's a pretty good roll.
That's brutal. Right? Yikes.
So that is 6 hits, which means that 3 of your figures go down.
Okay. Well, let's just. Doesn't matter.
So there's one thing that got pulled off correctly.
Okay, so that's it.
That's all of my attacks.
Okay.
Yeah.
So nothing for the ratio. Wow, that's
Yeah.
So I need to roll a 7 here, right?
I agree.
Okay.
That's good.
All right.
So still got that unit with 2 horse figures right there.
Okay.
And it's your turn.
Question: giant stone range 24?
I think it's 20, right?
Oh, it's 20. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I see it now. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was looking at it as some special thing, but it's just in the range.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. So I think what I'll do. What the heck? I'm probably pushing it, but I'm gonna stay still here.
Okay.
And this one's staying still.
Yeah, okay. That's the wizard, that is.
And then these are advancing that way.
Okay.
Full.
9 inches.
Which is 9, yeah.
Look, see what you're doing there. I'm really worried about there is that wizard.
That was my only. Oh, I have forgotten about these guys. These fellows. This fellow, I mean, is going to. Hit them.
Okay.
Is that right? Is that really what I want to do? Yes. And I think I definitely have enough.
Yeah, as long as you're 12 inches away,
Okay.
you'll be
Wait,
on top of them. Because you got to go 12 inches to come down 12 inches.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Close enough?
Yep.
So I'll move that.
Yes.
And then I want to cast a spell.
And none of those guys are moving again.
No.
Okay, so there's all your movement. Yeah. What? Are
I have some questions to make sure I'm doing this right. But I can go ahead and tell you, I'm going to cast Whirlwind.
Crap.
Now, my question is, like, can I go through this even though my...
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think then that's what I want to do.
Okay.
Shoot a Whirlwind this way.
So this is so you're casting control weather and using it to make a tornado.
Yeah. Sorry, yeah. It's called Whirlwind on the card, but you're right. It
the
is an
second
effect
line,
of control weather, yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So can I read that carefully?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so a whirlwind appears 3 inches from the caster. The whirlwind can travel up to 36 inches in a straight line.
But it has to stay within 24.
Correct. Got it.
So the question is, am I within 24 of that?
Got it. Now, and remember, it says here any 1 health non-solo figures get removed.
So
and my horses are 2 health.
So it doesn't work on horses?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
All right. Will you give me a mulligan on that?
Oh, absolutely, sure.
I just didn't read it carefully enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
And now, look, we've had a question in the past about like the DM in D&D might rule on that and say, well, the rider's technically 1 health, the horse is 2. But for simplicity here,
it's weighted down by the horse.
There you go.
You're in the saddle.
They got stirrups.
Yeah, stirrups.
We're in the age of stirrup technology.
In the age of stirrups, you're right.
And that foils the whirlwind.
Okay. What?
Maybe.
I'm sorry. Okay, wand range is 24. Right?
Correct.
So I'm going to do wand.
Okay. Yes. Okay. So no control weather this turn.
No, I'm going to save it.
Okay.
You have a little intelligence now. Though.
Okay. Yeah. Very good. So you didn't move, and we're doing what I consider to be the alternate version for the wand, where you're going to get 2 shots.
Yeah.
What are you trying to hit?
These guys.
Great. So pick 1 figure. Now remember, if you go a little bit long, you could possibly hit somebody behind somebody if there's a figure behind what you're aiming at.
Oh, wait a minute. Are we not doing the probabilistic?
We are.
Okay.
But remember, if you roll, if you roll a 7, you're going to hit what you're aiming at. If you roll an 8, you roll 1 inch beyond that.
Oh yeah. Right. Okay. So then, I guess line of sight wise.
Yeah.
This guy.
Okay. So there you go. So we'll say if you roll a 7, you hit this guy, and if you roll an 8, you're going to hit this guy instead.
Cool.
That's how we'll do that.
Yeah.
Make sense?
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
So you get 2 shots with that. Take your dice.
Yeah. All right. So first shot.
Actually, we're assuming that's more than 12 inches away, right?
More than 12? What do you mean?
If it's within 12, we say you automatically hit.
Am I allowed to measure now that this is actually happening?
Yeah.
I'm going to do some missile attacks later.
Yeah.
So from there to
clearly more than 12.
It's 17, looks like.
Okay. So it's within range, and we're going to roll the dice, and a 7 or 8 is going to be hit. So there's a 6, so you came up a little short.
Okay, so let's try again.
Yeah. And there's a 4, so it also landed short.
Okay, gotcha.
So we're currently doing Wands of Lightning.
And you can't move and do wand, right?
You can move half and shoot once.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
But to get 2 shots.
Correct.
Good. I like my choices, even though the dice didn't fall the way I want. All right. So Now I would like to fire
Okay.
all this. Now,
Okay.
obviously, there is a question about range here.
Yeah, what are you shooting at?
The closest.
Got it.
This, I believe.
Which is smart.
Yeah.
Yep.
So shall we see if they're
yeah,
range?
do that. Yeah.
All right.
So the heavy crossbows are range 24, so they are in long range.
So they're fine.
Is the giant within 20?
Sorry.
It's real close. It's a little out of
It's
range.
a little wrong. Okay. That's fine. I knew that was a stretch.
So I'm not the only one.
Nope, not the only one. All right.
Bad estimates tonight. So you get with the heavy crossbows, you get 5 dice, and you're going to need 5s.
Right.
All right, there's 2 hits. That takes 1 figure down. Take
Okay.
this down. And you also have this green dragon attacking me.
Right, so you have to make a morale roll.
Yeah, I do. So I have to make a raw morale roll. This sucks. Okay, so I get no ratio from this, and I have 2 health, so I need to roll 7. I rolled a 3,
Yikes.
and that whole unit breaks from the dragon fear.
Fear's great when it's on your side.
Okay, that I was worried about. All right, and I've lost a unit from that friggin' dragon.
All right.
I guess I have to make a morale check here too, right?
Oh, yeah.
So ratio is 4 plus 2 for the health is 6. If I can roll at least a 3,
Just
I'm
don't
okay.
get, yeah.
Okay, I rolled an
You're
8.
fine.
Okay,
All right, so I'll give you the dice now.
thank you. All right, so my movement is going to be... I'm committed here, so I'm going to wrap around to kill these guys.
Okay.
These pikes will close in like I wanted to last time.
Okay.
I'm going to attack your dragon with my pikes.
Yes.
I can only attack with 1 figure.
Right.
They do get 2 attacks each, which is good.
Yeah, because it's 2 ranks within each figure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm kind of stuck other than that. These guys, normally having archers on a hill is great. I fear the way this is rolling, this might be a wasted unit here tonight.
Just because you have so many intervening ones? Or?
Yeah,
Mhm.
and I'm just moving so fast
Yeah.
that way. I think attacking with the pikes is good. These horse archers will go 12 inches this way.
Okay.
Does this make sense? You know, they're just going to charge your ogres.
All right.
They're just going to pull out their swords, which currently weigh 1/3 of a stone, but technically, if you look up at the Met Museum, they're only half that much, and charge your ogres. Things that are on Dan's mind tonight. I'm going to get... I'm going to spend a turn reforming this unit into a column.
Okay.
My current problem is just like spatial issues here. Like how do I maneuver my units in this space? These pikes are just going to follow these ones a little bit. 24 inches. I'm going to push these guys up about 6 inches straight forward.
Okay.
I'm going to have these horse archers on the hill are going to wheel down to try to get where these guys are currently.
Okay.
That's my deal.
Nice.
That's my deal. So these guys attack the dragon. These guys pretty clearly can do this. Wheel in like this. I can pull one guy around the back.
Yeah.
When I do that.
Mm-hmm.
These guys reform like so.
Mm-hmm.
I got a column there.
Mm-hmm.
So these guys are going to move up here.
Mm-hmm.
I would like these guys to be within 24 inches
Okay.
of your ogres. And they are.
Yeah.
So I can have, these are just 4 figures. Like this. And this.
Mm-hmm.
So these guys are going to go forward about 6. And then these guys I wanted about there. So there's 6 inches to here, 7, 8. I'm at 12. I'm at 14.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So my attacks are going to be a bunch of melee here in the middle.
Okay.
Let me start with the attacks on the dragon. Right. So I can only attack with one figure.
Yeah.
This one pike figure gets 2 dice.
Yeah.
Because I'm backed up with multiple pikes.
You need 6s.
But when it's mass against your armor's 6.
Yeah.
When it's mass against solo, I surround you and I get +1.
You get +1 for both attacks.
Correct.
Okay, so
Correct.
if either is a 5, the dragon's gone.
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
Correct.
All right.
Because at mass scale, you've got 1 health. So if I roll a 5, the dragon's gone. Make sense?
Or a 6. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. Looking for at least a 5. I rolled a total of 5. Will you accept that, Dan?
Oof. Sure.
So I rolled a 2 and a 3, and unfortunately, I do not manage to eliminate the dragon with my bold pike attack. I feel like here I should be in pretty good shape. So I have 1 rear attack with this guy. I'm going to roll that.
I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry.
I think I know what the question is.
Yeah. So what's the answer?
You're asking about the fear?
Yeah.
It's when you attack me.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you attack me next time, I'll have to do that.
Okay, good. So even if I attack that same unit.
Correct.
Okay.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Correct. Let me make a rear attack here with this one figure on these guys. So I need 3s.
Okay.
There's one hit from that.
Okay.
Do that. Now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 figures in contact. Other than that,
Okay.
they all get 2 attacks.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna roll 16 dice.
Okay. Sure, it'll work out fine.
And I need, let me take 2 off here. So here's 8 dice.
Okay.
And I do need 4s.
Looks like you got
I knew I was going to roll some stuff.
no, just 2. I see.
Okay, let me re-roll this one die that I flipped off the table. Okay, there's
So they're
3.
all rear attacks, or
No, these are not.
oh,
These are just
because
against
it's
your...
light horse. I'm sorry.
Correct.
Yeah, the figure. I looked at the figure. I'm like, well, they're so well armored. No, but it's light horse.
Yes. See, that's why I need better
Yeah,
figures,
yeah,
honestly,
yeah,
to remind
yeah.
us about
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
So that actually is 1, 2, 3, 4 hits, which takes out the last 2 figures.
Okay. Fair play.
Alrighty, we can get rid of this. And then finally, I've got attacks on your ogres
Yes.
here, and I'm going to get 8 dice for that. Here I need 5s. There's 2 5s, so there's 2 hits on your ogres. But of course, they're health 4.
Yeah.
Those are all my attacks.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Let me get this tray out of here. So, it's your turn to move, Dan.
Okay. I think what I'll do. Yeah.
People are surprised the dragon lived. But it was about 50-50. And thank you, Yes Mana Burn, for computing that.
Yeah.
Pretty close to 50-50.
All right. Yeah. About 50-50. Now, I can disengage and engage as I wish with the dragon.
Correct. Yep, you can turn around for free with a solo.
Yeah.
You can move somewhere else.
And I could also just like hop around and attack you from behind, right?
Yeah, let's say yes.
I mean, well,
Yep.
tell me what
Yeah.
if there's a reason. Okay.
Yep. We'd have to measure, but I think it's within the 12 or whatever.
Okay, so the reason I'm thinking that might be good is I would get a bonus. I would get it to hit bonus, right?
Correct.
And you would not be. It doesn't really matter if you're. I mean, you can automatically turn around next turn if you want.
That is right. Yeah.
Okay.
Look at the dragon that's right here.
Okay. I think maybe what I'll do.
Get that dragon on camera.
Let's think about that for a second. All right.
And while Gam is thinking, so Bacquius, you're remembering the shortcut that we had at one point for flying units to hop behind other units. Now, technically that was when we had mass flyers on the board, is what that was for. But clearly he could do that here if he wanted to. So if he wanted to pull that dragon to the backside, he could clearly do that.
All right. What I'd rather do, and I can measure this out if you want, is attack these from behind. So I'd have to go 3, then the arc.
Right. Which is pretty big.
Yeah. So 3, I need to go 3 this way, right?
Is that your final call on that?
Yes.
Okay.
So 3, that's to here.
Yep.
And then that's 12 to get to the top of that circle.
I see. The flying radius is supposed to be flat on the yeah. It's,
so how do I? If I have to get 3 to get flying,
yeah.
Right? And then I can just immediately go back the other direction.
You got to use that.
Go like
turn
this.
Yes,
okay.
Correct.
Okay. So then that's 12.
Yeah.
To here.
Yeah.
And then that. So I can really just get you from the side.
Let's say yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree with that. Yeah.
All right. So I'll go here.
Yep.
Okay.
Great.
And then meanwhile, I want to do a full move with my Frost Giant, which is 12.
Let's do all the declarations, right?
Oh, sorry.
Right. So you're gonna move full with the Frost Giant. What else for movement?
And then these guys are gonna come around behind this Frost Giant if they can, to the extent they can.
Got it.
And I think that's all I can move.
Okay.
I don't think I have any other.
Got it.
Yeah.
You can move your wizard.
Oh yeah, I think I'll run into the woods.
Seriously?
Well, what are the rules on casting from the woods?
I don't know.
Like
I don't think the rules currently don't have any limitation about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think I would like to run in the woods because you have a hard time moving in the woods,
This is true.
and then we'll see what
Okay.
happens. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's. Yikes. Now these guys, I guess, half a move to side face.
I agree. Yeah.
Okay. And then that leaves 4.5.
Yep.
Okay. That basically.
Ogres there.
And this is a 12. I can move up to 12.
Yeah.
So yeah, just
Remember, half in the woods.
half in the woods. So then that's so it would mean I could do 7 to the edge of the woods, 7, and then 2.5 in the woods.
Yeah, I agree.
All right. So maybe there. That's a good spot.
Fascinating. Wizard of the Woods.
Okay, and then that's it. So now I can do attacks, right?
Correct.
All right.
What are
I can wrap around,
Yes,
right? Yeah,
do that.
so wrap
Yep.
this around.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna start here, I guess.
Great.
Melee. May I have some dice, please?
Can I ask for where you're shooting at?
Oh, these?
Yeah.
That.
Okay, there you go. That was pretty.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah. I guess I should, in the tradition of Holmes, do missiles first.
What I just ask is declare all the attacks first and then
Yeah.
resolve them any order you want.
Okay. Let's go ahead and resolve the
Great.
missile one. So that's 5 dice.
And we're pretty sure they're long range.
Probably
right?
long range. Why don't we check?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But 19 inches there?
Yeah, 19 inches exactly. So I need 5s.
Yes. There's no hits.
No hits. That happens sometimes.
Got a bunch of 3s and 4s.
Okay. Let's see. This would be 3s. I need 3s. I get to roll 3 dice.
Correct. With your ogres. Okay, so there's
hits.
2 hits, which counts as 3 damage
Okay.
with the ogres. So one figure goes down,
Mhm.
and I've got another point of damage there.
Okay. And then that just leaves, I guess, a fear check here.
Okay, can I get 2 dice for that?
Yes.
So once again, dragon fear on these pikes right here. I get no ratio, just 1 for their health.
Yeah.
So I need to roll at least an 8.
All right. Good luck.
I've rolled an 8, Dan.
You rolled an 8.
I rolled an 8.
All right. So then I'd like to melee or breath.
You can do that.
Yeah.
Yes. So that automatically knocks off 2 figures
Okay.
with poison gas. I'll just put this down.
Yeah.
And you can also roll. And it's a solo, so it also automatically knocks down another figure.
Cool.
Now, just keep in mind, remember, you can only breathe 3 times.
Yeah.
That's one of your 3 charges.
Okay.
Okay, so that means I have to roll another morale check.
Yes.
That's all your attacks, right?
Yes.
So I'm going to roll another morale check. The ratio is, which should be better for me, 7 divided by 3 is 2,
Yes.
plus 1 for their health. So the dice need to be 6 this time.
Okay. No
Roll a
problem.
10.
All right. Very brave pikeman.
Those are brave pikemen.
Okay.
And I have to roll morale
that's a
check here,
morale
too.
check, yeah.
With these horse archers. So ratio is 3, plus 2 for their health is 5. I need the dice to be 4.
Yeah.
Got that.
No problem.
Okay. All right, my turn. So I'm committed here. Obviously, I'll turn here and attack the dragon.
Okay.
Interesting. You pulled your wizard out of my line of attack. Going to spend a turn reforming these light horse here.
Yeah.
Going to send these light horse at the back of your ogres.
Okay.
So I'm going to see if I can get to their back or their side as
Mhm.
need be. Wizard in the woods, he said. Now all of a sudden I'm not liking these woods. I'll charge your giants with these guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, what am I going to do about that thing? I guess I'll send these pikes into the woods. Is that good with pikes? That's like the last thing you want to do. I still have this dragon here. Really hope I eliminate the dragon this turn. I'm going to reform this unit into a column.
Okay.
I'm doing a lot of reforming units tonight. Reform this unit, charge with that, fight with this. I haven't called this yet. I guess I'll push these guys in the woods.
Okay.
That's fine. Someone's got to do it. And then... I guess I'll also I just left face with these guys.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. So. All right. So these guys left face to fight the dragon. That's clearly happening. I said I would push these guys in the woods. So they are 9 inches from the woods, which means they can go an inch and a half in.
Okay.
So it'll be like here.
Okay.
Find that wizard.
Mm-hmm.
Somewhere in here. Said I was going to try to hit your ogres with these guys. So there is... I don't... Well, actually... You know, I don't think I can get actually... Well, actually, I guess I can get this guy at the back. So there's 16 inches.
Mm-hmm.
20 inches.
Okay.
And I'm right there. Okay. That's the back.
Mm-hmm.
This, I'm spending a turn to reform here.
Okay.
Not like that. Spending a turn to reform these guys. Or just left face, really. Okay. Charging here, so I'm just kind of wondering how far this is. So that's about 9 inches. So I can do this, and then just using their normal movement, I can just fold in.
Okay.
Like this.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll have 5 figures in contact. And I said I was going to reform these guys in a column, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That's my movement.
Cool.
So I'm going to have melee attacks here and there.
Yeah.
Against ogres and giants.
Yeah, that's it. No other ones at all anywhere else on the board. There's no other melees, fortunately.
Oh, and this dragon! And this dragon, yeah. Thank you. Can I get the other red dice? I'm gonna focus on the dragon first, actually, because it's so important. So, same thing, right? I get 2 dice with the pikes. They're kind of
5 or 6.
specialized against big things. I need a 5 or a 6.
Yeah, and the 2 dice. Yeah, because 1 unit gets 2 attacks. Yep.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, so who was it? It was Yes Mana Burn who said 54% likely I'll hit you. 54% likely. There's a 6.
Okay.
And I managed to knock down the dragon.
Okay. Bye-bye, dragon. You did some things.
Whew.
Could have been worse.
Okay. The against the back here,
Yeah.
I need 4s, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna get 4 dice from these guys.
Okay.
There's 3 hits.
Wow, that's pretty good. So there are only 4. So I could take this and then make this a 1.
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't. I mean, I could knock any of
Yeah,
them.
just
right?
do that. And then I have another 6 dice from the horse archers in the front. 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. And here I need 5s.
Okay.
Jeez, that's
Whoa! What a roll.
yeah. There's a lot of 6s there. So that's 4 hits, which takes 1 figure down.
Oh man, that's a bummer.
Yeah. That worked really well.
Mm-hmm.
And then over there, I get 5 figures of horses on your giants. So I'm going to get 10 dice. And I do need 5s.
You do need 5s, yeah. Yo.
Did you see that?
Yeah,
I had a die fly
bounce
off the table,
tripod.
hit the tripod, come back on the table, and it was a miss.
And it was a miss.
That
So that's
particular
2 hits?
That is not a good roll. Yeah, there's only 2 hits.
And the fire giants have 10. The frost giants, excuse me. So you don't have any more of those. Oh, okay, great. Thank you.
Yeah. That was okay. There was good hits against the ogres, and that was a really bad roll against the giants.
Isn't it funny how that happens?
Got the dragon.
Yeah.
Make morale for the ogres.
Okay. So basically, I'm just relying on my 4 for health,
Yeah.
and that's it. So I need a 5.
Yeah.
Oops. And I did. I got it. That's it. Okay.
It's your turn.
All right. I would like to reforming is a full movement, right?
Yes, it is
Yeah.
now. Yeah.
All right. So, all right. I think it's worth it. So I'm gonna side face is a half movement, right?
Correct.
All right. So the heavy crossbow can only move 9. So declaring. Okay. So
Yes.
I think what I want to do is swing around this way and then side face.
Okay. Okay.
That's
Yep.
the plan. So 4.5 inch swing and then side face.
Cool.
These will do a full movement towards this melee.
Yep.
I don't think I have any other. Oh, I have this. Yeah, I do. All right. I'm holding steady here.
Okay, with your wizard.
We've established I can cast spells in the woods.
Yes, you
Okay.
can.
All right. That's my declared movement.
Okay.
So now I'm going to execute that. So 4.5. I can pretty much get parallel with the.
Yeah,
You agree?
that's fine.
Okay. So I'm basically just doing this. Blah. And then side, 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 side. Okay. Like this.
Yep.
This is a 9 for the ogres. Maybe I'll go this angle just to.
Yep.
Alright. Okay, I believe that's all my movement.
Yeah.
So
Pull back. See your wizard.
I want to. Okay, I want to cast my spell again
Got it.
for the first time.
Got it.
Now it appears 3 inches from me,
Yes.
right?
Yep. Agreed.
So I want it to be like here.
Yep.
So let's measure that.
This is going to suck for me.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like
Agreed.
right there.
Yep.
And then I want to just go through. You.
Yep. Suck.
Yeah.
So we're gonna say that we're gonna use this for the
Okay.
whirlwind
Okay.
tornado thing. That sucks. That's a really bad placement for me. So the way we're doing so you cast control weather, you conjure a tornado, and the way we're rolling this in the current rules for balance is you can run a straight line through my pikes. You're gonna hit 5 figures as you do that.
Fine, yeah.
And the rule is I've got a 50-50 save.
Okay.
So I'm going to lose probably about half of them.
So what's the save? The high number or the low number? I mean, what do I want?
What does
high
it say on
number
the card?
Okay. Unless they roll a d6 save of 4+. So you roll.
Correct.
Okay, so here's 5.
5 dice. Okay, so anything 4 or above means a saved pike figure.
And this was not one of them.
Good point. Yep. Thank you. So I saved twice.
Okay.
So I have to take off 3 figures with that. 1, 2, 3. So that scoops up 30 of my pikemen and throw them out of the trees, and they're gone.
Nice. All right. And I assume I can't also do a wand.
Correct. Yeah. Correct.
Okay, so now I just have melee, boring old melee. So let's attack you. So
Right.
I need a 3.
Agree with that ogre, yeah. Rolled a 1.
Okay, and then the frost giant gets a +3, right?
Agreed.
So I need
I guess it's an automatic hit, right?
it's auto hit.
So you automatically hit, does 2 damage, and knocks down 1 figure.
Okay. Great.
Dang.
All right, I believe that's all I can do.
All right. Let
Unfortunately.
me just check in on the chat here. So Julian had a question. What's the theoretical consequence for not declaring an action for a unit? Is it on the other player to notice? Yeah, technically that would mean you're not doing anything. By the letter of the law, if you wanted to be really strict about it, that would mean that your unit isn't doing anything. We generally play pretty politely that we usually do point it out or let the other person use a unit if they just overlooked it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But technically, a strict reading would be if you go through your declaration phase and don't say anything, the unit just stands there, it doesn't do anything.
Right.
If they're already in melee, then you can still attack. Yeah. So I need morale checks, right?
I guess so, yeah.
Okay. So these pikes that just got whirlwinded, that 8 divided by 3 is 2.
Yeah.
Plus 1 for their health. So
Yeah.
the dice need to be 6.
Okay.
I rolled an 8.
All right, save fine.
And then there's light horse over there. The ratio is 5 plus 2 for their health. That's automatic. Okay. So now my movement. Hopefully that makes sense. So I'm committed to those melees. I'm going to wheel this column of light horse around behind and try to get behind your wizard.
This column?
Yeah.
So are they not meleeed with the...
At the moment, they're not. You agree they're not actually touching an enemy figure right now.
Okay.
So right this second, they're not.
So even though... So if I had removed a different figure, they might be.
Correct.
Ah, that's interesting.
Correct.
Okay, good to know.
Is that okay? Does that feel okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
These are the little nuances. Yeah, it's fine.
And honestly, this is tight, right? And I'm looking here to make sure that I can wheel this front around without touching you.
Yeah.
Right? And if it was a little bit closer, that would be impossible. But I
Yeah.
think I can do this.
Okay.
and try to get behind your wizard.
Okay.
And then this light horse, I'm going to run at your side.
Okay.
I'll attack with this.
Yes.
These pikes I'm going to push forward to attack your wizard.
Yeah.
Now in the woods, I only get 1 die per figure.
Yes.
I don't know what else to do. I guess I'm gonna wheel these horse archers here.
Okay.
Right. I'm gonna send these pikes around the backside.
Yeah.
And I guess I'll send these pikes about here is what I'll do.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the deal. All right, and I want these guys to go no more than 12. This doesn't really make any difference. So there's 6, 7, 8, 11, 12.
Okay.
These guys can go up to 12, so there's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Okay.
I'm going to pull these guys in here. Said I'd push these guys about here, which is about 6 inches. Push these pikes in contact with your wizard.
Okay.
Clear that's less than 6. Okay, so I'm going to be careful here. So this costs 2 to get here.
Okay.
I'm just going to move these guys in front.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry there.
No worries.
So I'm at 5.
Mm-hmm.
I'm at 8.
Mm-hmm.
I'm at 10.
Mm-hmm.
I'm at 14.
Mm-hmm.
So I have 10 inches left,
Yeah.
and the woods the horse go a
2.5,
quarter that. Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. So I wind up here with the head of them.
Okay.
And these guys follow behind. And then pretty clearly, I mean, this is within 24, obviously, so I'll just put these guys on the side
Yeah.
like that. So there's my movement. So I'll melee here. I'll melee that giant. I'll try to kill your wizard. Try to kill the wizard. And I guess I'll take a shot with the horse archers at your crossbows.
Sure.
I might be out of range, but I'll just try that. I'm going to measure right now.
Yeah.
Okay, so my range is 18 inches. Oh, I guess I actually am in range.
Yeah.
And I got line of sight.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. All right. So I'll do that right now. So I get 5 dice because I moved. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I need 6s.
Yeah.
So there's 1 hit.
Okay.
Going to attack the giant. I get 10 dice.
Okay.
I need 5s.
What a
Oof.
roll!
There's
Jesus.
4 hits.
All right, so this die is up to 6 now.
Yeah. I don't have any back attacks here, but I do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 horse figures. That's going to be 10 dice.
Yeah.
And I need 5. That's 3 hits, and you had 1 damage.
Okay.
And then finally, the wizard.
The wizard, yeah.
So in the woods, I only get 1 die,
Yeah.
right? Your armor's 6. I get 5 because I presumably
Yep.
surround him and try to stick him with big pikes. So if I can roll a 5 or a 6, I eliminate that wizard
Okay.
with this 1 die. I've rolled a 6,
All
so
right.
that's... The dice are coming up my way tonight. I think we all agree.
So this dissipates the windmill.
It's out of control.
It just
Yeah.
it doesn't.
Yeah. And I guess you can make a morale check for your crossbows.
Okay, 4 to 1 plus 2.
+1.
Oh, +1.
Yeah.
Okay. So 4 to 1. That's I need a 4.
Yeah.
Got it. All right.
And it is your turn.
Okay. So movement declaration.
Correct.
I want to close with these ogres on these fellows.
Right.
I want to. That's it. I don't have that many units left.
Yeah.
I want to stay still with this.
Okay.
So I think it's only half a move to get here.
That seems reasonable.
I could check though because it is 9. So let me just double check. Actually, maybe I could. Maybe I should go to this one to stay out of the way of my crossbows. That is just barely 4.5.
Clever.
And then I can wrap around if I do a half movement. Is that right?
You could bring one. I don't think you have space on the board though. Over there. Am I right?
Well, it kind of depends because the base, this base is only a part of this base, right? It's not quite as long.
Agreed.
So I think if I come like
Yeah.
here,
You could have 2 in contact.
that's what I'm
do
saying.
that.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So now,
And you got those crossbows there.
all right. So I'd like to go ahead and fire at this.
Yes.
All right. So I think we already established that it was definitely in range,
Yeah.
but I can't remember how many inches. It's 13.
Yeah.
13.
That's long range.
So that's long. All right. So I need 5s.
Correct. Yeah.
Now you could have split move and fire there, right?
Yes.
Okay. Just checking.
Yeah, I tend to forget. That's
Eh.
that. I mean, to Julian's point, that's another thing I tend to forget. In the last game, I actually remembered that once. I think I'm okay. I think I wanted those horse archers. We're talking about these horse archers here. I think I'm okay with these horse archers where they are actually. So I'm not going to call that a complete mistake.
So crossbows are slow, so I only get 4 dice, right?
That's right.
Okay. And I need 5s long range.
Yep.
1 hit.
1 hit with a 6. So there's 1 damage on horse archers.
Okay. So now my giants are attacking with a +3.
So the giants are automatically going to knock down one of my figures.
Okay.
Focus back there. Oh, now it's doing zoom stuff. Trying to control this new camera here. Which figure do I want to take down? I guess I'll take this one off.
Okay. And then I have 2 ogres in contact
Right.
that get a +1 to hit.
Correct.
So that's going to mean I need 3s.
Yeah.
Hey.
Okay, so those are 2 hits. So Dan rolled a 5 and it says there are 2 hits with the ogres count as 3 hits.
Okay, great.
So I'll take off this figure and I have 1 more damage point.
Here, I have it.
Thank you. Perfect.
Yeah,
All right. You don't have any other attacks,
that's
right?
it. Yeah.
Okay. So my morale check for that light horse, can I get 2 dice?
Yeah.
Is going to be the ratio is 1 + 2 for their health. I need a 6. So I've rolled a 5, unfortunately, and that light horse unit breaks and is destroyed. It's out of here.
Hey, welcome turn of events for me. You have so many figures.
I kind of do.
Yeah. Okay.
It's looking pretty good for the
Mhm.
the red side tonight.
Yeah, it is.
My turn, right?
Mm-hmm.
I want these guys to snake around the back of those woods and go in the general direction of your crossbows.
Gotcha.
I want these guys to about face and follow these guys.
Okay.
I want these horse archers to also follow these guys.
Okay.
I'm going to push these pikes forward about 3 inches.
Okay.
Same with these guys. These guys are going to stay right there. I'm going to left face these pikes and go to the edge of the woods.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so I said I'd move these guys about 3 inches, so I'm here. About 3 inches is here. And moving these guys here. So this costs 2. How do we do that? So I'm going to be moving these guys all around. So this is 10, and it's 11. I'm at 16, 17, 18. That's 20. That's 24 right there. Okay. So that's what's happening with this unit. So, all right, these guys about face, like I said. So that costs half. And then they can move another 12. So there's 2 out of the 12. 3, 4, 5, 8. We'll call it good. Here. So these guys are just going to follow suit, so I'll just put them here. And then these guys left face, which costs half, and then in the woods I'm going to have half of 6, which is 3.
Okay.
So I can march to here. Carefully avoiding the tornado. So there's all my move, and the attack's going to be these guys all shoot at the giants.
All right.
I'd love to be in short range, which would have to be 9 inches.
You're there. You're good.
Really?
I think it's not. Yeah, it's
Okay.
at least. Well, let's say this.
Yeah, I'll take 2 figures in short range and
Yeah.
3 in long.
Yeah.
Can I get the dice there?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so here comes 2. I didn't move, so I get 2 dice per shooter.
Okay.
So the 2 figures in short range, I need 5s. There's 1 hit.
On the giant.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go another.
And then here are 3 figures in long range. I need 6s.
Okay.
There's no hits in long range. That's all my turn.
All right. So declaring movement. I don't know if this. I'm not asking for any favors. I can't tell if I can just move straight forward.
You can.
Okay.
You can.
Okay. So that's the plan there.
They're all facing in the same direction.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to just move forward and then, over. Do I actually want to do that? I'm having second thoughts.
Yep.
Because I can't frontally attack your pikes without taking so much damage. I think they're just gonna chill. Yeah. Everybody's just staying put.
Okay.
No movement.
Okay.
Missile.
Yeah.
These guys firing here.
Yeah.
This will fire there.
Okay. Fascinating.
Okay.
Fascinating.
So that's 4 dice that need. It's long range, I assume.
Yeah. Right. Over 12.
Yeah, it's like 13.
Yeah.
So these need 5s.
Yeah.
4 dice that need 5.
Okay, there's 2 hits, which takes 1 figure down.
All right. And then for the giant, on this.
Is it within 10? Okay, so you're in short range there.
Great.
So, that's an automatic hit.
Okay, good.
So, which does 2 damage, so I just take off 2 figures.
Okay. That's it. That's my turn.
Yeah. Morale on the horse archers, 4 + 2 is 6. I need to roll 3. Okay, that's fine. And then on the pikes, the ratio is 2 + 1 for their health. I need a 6. Exactly 6.
Exactly 6. No waste.
I'm getting what I need tonight.
Yeah.
Good for your turn?
Yeah, I'm done.
All right. I'm going to attack the backside of your crossbows with those light horse.
Okay.
These horse go further around and
Okay.
go at your ogres if possible.
Yep.
These horse archers follow. So I get 8 dice of shooting, or I could, if I think these guys are maybe in range, or I could get 8 dice of melee. I'm going to send my pikes in at your giants.
My pike. Oh, the pikes go after the giants.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm going to send both those pike columns in at your giants.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to have these pikes come out of the woods and try to get the front side of your crossbows.
Yeah.
And these guys just hang out here. That's fine. Okay. So I would like these guys, the pikes, to be within 12 inches of your giants is the goal. That's clearly the case. Are these guys within 12? Yes. Okay, these pikes coming out. This here costs, measuring a long way here. So this costs 6 inches to get here.
Okay.
That's 6. Okay, so I'll go out. So this is I'm at 8.
Yeah.
Doing this, I'm at 10.
Okay.
And I think I'm too far away to get in contact. I'd have to be within 2 inches. Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
So many pikes. All right, and I want these guys to be 24 inches away. There's only about 12. So
Yeah,
I'll do this, turn the corner.
Mm-hmm.
I want these guys around the far end. So that's 6, 7, 8.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Dan.
No, you're good. Sorry.
9, 10, 19, 20, 22, and turn like this.
Okay.
10, was that 13? Sorry,
Yeah.
20, like that.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay. So I'm attacking in melee on the back of the crossbows.
Yeah.
I'm going to get 4 dice,
Yeah.
and I need 4s. So there's 2 hits.
All right. So 2.
And my pike, so I'm throwing 2 columns of pikes at your giants there. And I got 4 guys in contact, so it's going to be 8 dice. Right, I need 5s.
Okay.
Oh, well, there's 2 hits. Is that enough?
9.
That's not enough. Got a lot of 1s, 2s, and 3s there. Okay, so crossbow morale.
All right. Crossbow morale. I need. So I do get 1 for the ratio. So I need a 7, right?
Yeah.
Hey,
That's good.
Not bad. So let's get rid of these guys. And that's it for morale. So now, what I would like to do, I want to bring these around on the flank,
Mm-hmm.
on the flank side, which I
Yep.
think means I don't get poked, right?
That's correct.
Okay.
That's right.
So I think I can just. I think I can, since I think we. Well, I don't know. It's. I mean, the question is this: do I need to reform or something in order to do that? I think
No.
I can just swing.
Yep.
Right.
Agreed. I agree
So
with
I swing these
Yep,
two
agree.
here, and then this one I guess is just over here.
that. Let's say yes.
Okay.
Yep.
And then that's it for movement.
Yeah.
So now attacks. I would like to shoot short range. Oh no, but I'm in melee, right?
You're not. Same reason. You're
Okay.
right this second. Your crossbow figures are not touching my horses because I killed some of them.
So I shoot short range right
Yep.
into your.
Yep.
So let me go ahead and do that.
Yep.
That would be. I need now only a 4.
Correct.
Ah, that's a shame. So then I have the giants attacking some pikes here.
Yeah.
So
Which
I auto
unit
hit.
would you like to
Which unit?
punish?
Good question. I guess this kind of
Okay.
untouched one.
Okay.
Yeah. 2, right?
Yep. And then you can roll for you got 2 ogre figures attacking my pikes on the other side.
Yeah. So they just need 3.
Agreed.
Got 1 hit.
1 hit. Okay. So, what happened with your crossbows? Did we?
I fired right into you and missed.
Really? Is that what?
I fired like right here.
somehow I just memory blanked that entirely.
Yeah.
So my morale checks for the unit that your ogres attacked, the ratio is 4 plus 1 is 5. I need a 4 actually. So I got a 7 out of that.
Yeah, I think the other is auto probably. 4? No, maybe not. 4.
Yeah, ratio 4 plus 5. Again, I need a 4.
Okay.
Okay, I got a 7.
Good.
All right. So we'll kind of crush your crossbows here.
Mm-hmm.
I'll send that other light horse against the back of your ogres.
Yeah.
I'll wrap as many pikes around as I possibly can.
Yeah.
And that's what happens. So this happens, and this happens.
Yes.
And I can bring 3 around just on this side.
Mm-hmm.
I only need to hit you one more time on the giants. Bring the guy around here. And I assume this other unit's within 24. Definitely. About 16 inches. So this happens.
Okay.
I only have 1 figure at the head.
Mm-hmm.
Swing that around. Overhead view here. Okay, so let's see here. So 2 pikes on your crossbows. That's 4 dice, and I need 5s.
Yeah.
There's
One.
1 down, and then I got 4 horses at the backside, so I need 4s. And there's a couple hits.
Okay.
Now on the giants, I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 figures,
Yeah.
which is 14 dice.
Okay.
So there's a 6.
Okay.
Hoo-ah. And then I got 2 figures on your ogres, which is going to be 4 dice.
Okay. Just fixing this.
Thank you. There's 1 hit on your ogres from the pikes.
Okay.
You can repurpose those white dice there.
Oh, these are from the giant.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you said 1?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I got 1 light horse on the backside that I need 4s. And there's no hits. Your turn.
Okay. Well, all I have left are my ogres. So
Yeah.
I'm just gonna keep swinging, I think. So I guess I'll turn to hit you with this. I mean, what do I can say like 2 attack them and 1 attack.
Correct.
Them?
Yeah. Yep. Correct.
So then 1. Let's first do the one that's attacking the light horse.
Right. Could you turn him around to
Yeah, it's ending.
and that proves that I can't attack your backside next time.
Right. All right, so I need a 3.
So that's a hit. It does. Could you
Just does a 1.
mark that with 1?
All right.
Thank you.
Now these 2 are attacking. Then they need 3s as well.
Yeah, agreed. So those are both hits, which does 3 damage.
Yeah.
So there's 1, 2, 3.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Making morale check for those pikes there. I only get 1 for the health. And I rolled a 9 anyway, so there's this that's still in the fight. Amazingly.
Amazing.
All right. What else can I do? I have to reform this absurdly, so I'm going to reform this column.
Okay.
I guess I'll left face and send these horse archers into melee.
That makes sense.
I'll pull 1 horse up here is what I'll do.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much all I can do. Do this. Reform this column so I can use them next time. Do that. We can do this left face.
Mm-hmm.
This is clearly less than 24.
Yeah.
Send them crashing in.
Yep.
Okay, so I see 3 horse archer figures.
Yeah.
I see 2 light horse. Right, that's going to be 10 dice.
Yeah.
And then 2 more for that pike unit, that pike figure. So 12 dice.
Well, that's 5.
Correct.
Not a
I
single.
rolled no 5s.
So how many dice was that?
That was 10.
10.
We
Okay.
got 2 more. There's 1. this 6. This happened. On 12 dice, I got 1 hit.
All right.
And it's your turn.
All right. That's like annoying. I guess I have to take separate targets for all 3 figures.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
That's not a good thing to do with ogres. All right. So this will be the same AC or whatever. So I need 3s, right?
Yeah.
But these don't add up like normal.
Correct.
All right. Well, I got 3 hits.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
You just rolled a 5, 5, and 6. So there's 1 damage on this.
Yeah.
This guy's eliminated.
Yeah.
And then this damage knocks 1 off here.
Yeah.
Okay, so this has to be a morale check.
Yes.
4 plus 2 is 6. I need a 3. Okay. So all my horse units are still in the game.
Okay.
So I'll push with these pikes. That damage is on you.
Yeah.
Ugh. That is as good as I can do it. So I will you let me do this?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 figures in contact. They all get 2 attacks. That's 16 dice.
Right.
Oh, this is 8 right here.
Mm-hmm.
So I do need 5s. Okay, that's better. I get 3 hits there.
Okay, so that takes out 1 and then leaves a 1.
Yeah. Yelly.
All right, so I think I'll take this one
Yep. And here comes another 8 attacks. Jeez,
Whoa, that
that's
was brutal.
5 hits.
So
This is a little bit of a messy
I got
game
some
tonight.
reinforcements. So I'll put this also down
Right.
here. And I incremented that 1.
Right. Okay. Yelly, please.
Yeah.
Okay, that was kind of clever.
That was nice. So I need morale now, right?
Right.
I think all I have is 4 for hit dice.
Right.
So, I need a 5.
Correct. You got a 5.
Just barely.
Good news, Dan. You're still in the game.
All right.
So this turn, I'm going to get. I'll push for these horses here. How many can I actually touch you with?
I can get 2 of them.
Ah, they're so far away.
Why don't you just remember, and we can take. I think this is going to be it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. 5
Okay,
figures.
yeah.
5 figures, which is 10 dice. There's 4 6s there.
Okay, game.
Oh,
Yali is enjoying those on the floor.
Yes. Maybe that's what he's been looking for all night.
So I think that
Sorry, everybody.
the combination of 2 attacks for every single figure you had on the
Yes.
and the high mobility,
Yeah.
you know, combined with a gamble on terrain and
Yeah.
weather that
Yep.
paid off,
Yes. Yeah.
that made that
Yeah.
like a really formidable army.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying it would have been like a totally different game, but it would have felt like a very different game if it had been raining or if there had been a lot of terrain.
Yeah.
Because I think as it was like you were kind of on the tail of the potency of that army.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. For having taken intentionally a light fast army, which I thought would be my best guess against solos, all my gambles paid off.
Yeah.
Right? We've never had so little terrain.
No.
Which is exactly what you want with horses.
And spells, I guess, in keeping with D&D, are to be chosen before you see the enemy army, right?
Well, that's what we've decided here. Yeah.
So even if I couldn't have said, well, I should have chosen control weather, because I wouldn't have done that without having seen your army.
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
So technically, you did take control weather.
Well, I took whirlwind.
Right, which is an effective control weather.
But I couldn't have just said make it rain, right? Because I chose whirlwind. Oh, I could
God. Oh, God. Oh, God. I'm going to feel really terrible because, yes.
I could.
Because technically what you took was control weather.
Okay, right.
Oh, I am. Was that?
Well,
I am
honestly,
so sorry.
No, I didn't put 2 and 2 together. So as
Yeah.
you know, I was calling this whirlwind. But even
Yeah.
when you corrected me, I didn't
Yeah.
put 2 and 2 together.
Yeah.
So I think that's
God.
okay. No, well that's fine. This is good.
Yeah.
So that was my mistake.
Got it.
Like I should have immediately.
Okay.
I should have immediately
Okay.
made it rain.
I need to clarify that card. So I have one of the things you can do with control weather is make a tornado.
Right.
Right. It's a possibly complicated thing to rule on. So I made an extra card just for the whirlwind option with control weather.
Right.
So and we're getting confused about whether that's its own spell or not.
Yeah.
So I need to clarify that card to not have that happen again.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Well, that's just and again, if I were a more seasoned player, I probably would have just figured that out. But yeah, I think then that was my mistake. If I could do one thing differently, I would have immediately made it rain.
Got it.
Now that wouldn't have necessarily fixed all the problems, but
it.
it would have made you slow.
Yeah.
It would have made you very slow.
Yeah. It would have immediately taken half of my attacks away.
Yeah. And taken half your attacks away.
Yep.
Yeah. So that was my mistake.
All the time.
That was definitely my mistake.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Boy, if I could go back in time, I kind of want to replay that if it was rainy, because you absolutely could have done that.
Yeah.
Huh.
Well, next week you want the same armies with just kidding.
I kind of do. I'm not.
Well, it
kidding.
would be
I kinda
interesting
do.
to see.
Yeah.
I do think.
Now, if we roll sunny, right? If it comes up 1, 2, 3 sunny, you can't make it rainy.
Right. Well, that's true.
Right.
That's true. Yeah, that's definitely.
So the fact that it came up a 4 was just barely into the cloudy zone.
Right.
You could have made it rainy, taken away half my attacks.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Yep. Okay. Well, that's why you test.
No,
And that's why you play test.
Well, again, I think this is a mistake that probably many of our viewers would not have made.
You know, nobody said it. Nobody said it in the chat, right? So, like here, I didn't say it tonight, but I always open the door to people making suggestions in the chat,
Right.
And nobody's mentioned that. So actually, I kind of don't think anybody did notice that, Dan.
Yeah. It's tricky though. I get what you're trying to do with the cards.
Right.
And I'm like, how could you? It's almost.
Yeah.
I don't know how you could have done it differently with the cards. Because if you give them control weather, I guess then you could try to cram all this on one card, but it'd be a lot.
Yeah.
And it's an either or thing.
Correct. When you use it, yeah.
Yeah.
Correct.
Interesting.
Okay. Well, I apologize for that. I'm sorry.
No,
about
you
that.
don't need to apologize at all. No.
My design chops are a little questionable today.
No, not at all. I mean, I thought it was really interesting. I think this is the first time I've ever seen mounted units really shine.
Yeah, I agree. Really, the gamble paid.
Just
the gamble paid off, and it
totally
not coming
dominant.
up rainy.
Yeah.
Totally. And I intentionally pushed. Right, this is kind of classic Book of Wars. Just be aggressive, attack as soon as you can, get in your face, prevent you from maneuvering, just generally make it uncomfortable. But I also got lucky. I killed the wizard the first shot I took at him. Mm-hmm. I made a save. I made my fear save against the dragon when I had to.
Right.
I killed the dragon on my second attempt with the pikes. So all that. I was getting good attacks most of the time, so all the dice were coming up my way.
And I think we agreed that the only unit the wizard could have embedded with was the crossbows, right? That was my only option.
You could embed with the light horse, and you get the horse for free.
With the horse, right. Neither of those would have been ideal.
Well, I agree.
Yeah. So I still don't really. I don't know if I really regret that.
I agree. Yeah. It's a difficult choice about whether, for me. I think the best I've done with the wizard is just dedicate a unit just to protect the wizard. Usually I take a unit of block of pikes, and I say they're not going to do anything except just guard the wizard.
That makes sense.
Because you can't if you're attacking with the light horse, you can't cast spells. If you're maneuvering the crossbows,
or even if you're trying to stay still with the crossbows, it might not really. It may or may not align with what you want the wizard to do. So
I've thought about. Well, here's my distance attack unit. Put the wizard with crossbows. Put him on a hill. Are you going to get a hill? Are they going to be in the right place? Mm-hmm. I haven't pulled the trigger on that option yet. So I think it's not a crazy idea to just leave the wizard unembedded.
Yeah. So, but this was actually really interesting. I feel like this is the game where it shows how dominant choices can be in the right circumstances.
Yeah.
It's really interesting.
If you didn't have a wizard, well, I don't know. You would have had another 200 points to play with or so.
That's
120,
deal.
Right? 120.
That's the other thing. I think that I had a lot of price units, and although I did some damage with them, I really didn't do that much damage with them.
It's funny with the dragons. Like the idea that you can just fear and just eliminate any unit immediately seems overwhelmingly overpowered. And then this usually happens, and it's usually like maybe you get one or two.
Well, the thing is, I guess, the dragon is 80? Or one?
Yeah,
the dragon's 80.
Yeah.
So for 80, you could get, medium foot, 8 medium foot.
Yeah.
Well, if you put 8 medium foot on a unit, you're probably going to eliminate it too, depending on what it is. I guess what I'm saying is it's not really that impressive.
Yeah. For what sort of tonight, your dragon eliminated. So you did fear one pike unit. Mm-hmm. No, that didn't happen. What did you feared a horse archer?
I feared the horse archers.
Okay, so that was worth 60.
Right.
That cost me 60, and then you killed 3 pike figures.
Like another 30 or something.
So
not even that.
Yeah, so you got 75
Yes.
points of value out of an 80-point figure.
Yeah. Almost.
Yeah.
Almost broke even.
Yeah. It's really interesting because on a normal day, like I usually think, boy, I've tried to tone down the fear power.
Do you know what it is? I think it feels swingier, maybe.
It is.
Yeah.
I think the solos in general,
Yeah.
they do that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're really swingy.
No, I genuinely enjoyed this. I thought this was like super interesting to see a gamble pay off. I mean, frankly, the terrain and weather were a big factor. I mean, I'm not saying I would have won, but I don't think it would have ended up quite this lopsided.
No, I actually am pretty curious what would have happened if it was raining. We would have had one of our sloggy, right? It would have been a slow game. I wouldn't have been able to move right up in your face.
Right.
You would have had more turns of shooting. You could
There would have
shoot
been
your
less
lightning.
hits with missiles all around.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I immediately would lose that. Turn it rainy, and I just lose half my attacks forever with everything.
And that would have been huge. The mobility would have been huge.
Yeah, that would have been a really different game.
Well, it does make me appreciate. So is Control Weather the only spell with 2 cards?
It is, unfortunately.
So it does make
which
me
is always a bad
appreciate-
sign, right? When I have some kind of exceptional thing like that.
So it makes me appreciate the flexibility of taking Control Weather.
Yes.
Like you've got a couple of options.
Yes. Yes, you're right.
Yeah.
Yep. It's very powerful. Original D&D, it's 2 lines of sentences, but it says you can make it rain, stop rain, cloudy, clear, high-low temperature, which I'm not dealing with here, or tornado.
Wow.
So I'm trying to honor as much of that as feasible.
For sure.
The card, apparently, I'm gonna regret that for a long time.
Well, no, I mean,
the card
I don't know. It is tricky. I don't know exactly how. So I see how you did it. It's like some of these. So most of these are
everything else is a 6-level spell,
except Whirlwind, which is
Except that.
effective Control Weather.
Correct.
And yeah, I just didn't make that. I just didn't make that connection. Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
No, you don't have to apologize. I mean, you did tell me we did have that conversation early on.
We did.
I just didn't. I didn't make that.
Yeah.
There's that little leap I needed to make.
I would. This is so a thing that I would do, Dan. This is so like, I'm kind of.
Exactly.
I've been there so many times myself. And we're happy with wizards casting spells in the woods.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't know if. Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
I mean, a whirlwind in the woods would be pretty awful.
Yeah.
There'd be branches flying. It would be. I mean, people get killed by tree branches all the time.
Yeah. I think that the spell's no problem. Are we happy with like if could they shoot a fireball or lightning bolt wand out of the woods?
Oh. Well, they still need line of sight. So I think that's the issue is the line of sight. So if they're, the way I think the way you have it now is if you're on the edge of the woods, you have line of sight and line of sight out.
Yeah.
But if you're in the woods, so I think maybe it's fair game in the woods to have line of sight to another unit in the woods. Does that seem reasonable? Depends how thick the woods. But depends how thick the woods are. Right?
Yeah. I mean, at least for rain for normal missile attacks, we've been saying just no shooting missiles in the woods.
Right.
The end.
Tricky. I don't know.
We'll think about that.
Think about that.
So, viewers, thanks for watching this episode of Book of War. And if you have any comments about that, about the use of the units, whether I could have won if the weather had been rainy with my light horse army, how the wizards should function in the woods, which is an interesting question. Can you cast lightning? Can you cast control weather? Can you cast lower water? Would you lower water a stream that's outside the woods that you're inside?
Oh, right.
Would you need line of sight for that? Question mark. Anyway, leave a comment. Tell us what you think we can improve here. and or anything else that you're seeing, or if you are playing Book of War and playtesting yourself, feel free to tell us. We at Wandering DMs, we're going to be off this weekend because so many people have vacation or traveling or moving, or you're going to DC or someplace like that. And I hope you have a good trip this weekend.
Thank you.
I will be back next Thursday. I'm about to complete Pool of Radiance, no matter how hard it is.
Kidding?
Yeah, last week was a complete nail biter. I totally thought I was in a TPK at the end, and then I pulled it out.
Nice.
So I'll be back next Thursday, and you think you will be back in 2 weeks?
See you in 2 weeks. Yep.
For another elegant game of Book of War.
Yes.
And what else? Again, if you're not a patron of Wandering DMs, please visit patreon.com/wanderingyms. Join one of our tiers, and we would love to see you on our Discord server for more chat about Book of War and original D&D and the proper functioning of Light Horse and how much does a saddle weigh? How much does a saddle weigh? How much does an Arabian horse weigh?
God, I'm stumped. I'm stumped.
Big argument about that today. Big argument. I said at least 600 pounds.
Oh my goodness.
Or you were the
Don't know.
Which may or may not be correct. Anyway, so we'd love to, if you know about any of that stuff, we would love to see you there for, and we can fold that into our how do we improve OED rules and our original D&D play in Book of War, and we are always trying to get better. So that's what's happening there.
For sure.
So Dan, thank you so much for that very interesting, different kind of fight tonight.
Very cool.
And I'll see you in 2 weeks.
See you then.
Thanks for hanging out, everybody. See you next time.